Peace. My name is Kamal OG. I am a child of a single mother, born in Harlem, raised in the Bronx, then later in the suburbs of Teaneck, New Jersey. I work currently with students and youth, what they consider at-risk youth. I work with them every day. I love them, and I learn a lot from them, and they learn a lot from me. And one of the things that I want to stress is that, it's not always all good in the hood. I'm familiar with the hood. Even when I lived out here in Jersey, I still rode into the inner cities of Patterson and Elizabeth and Newark. And in New York City, I used to hang out in Far Rockaway, Queens, and Edgemere Projects, Canarsie a little bit over there, the Bronx, Stevenson Commons. So I was always running back to the city because we were in close proximity, 10 minutes away here in Teaneck, New Jersey. All right, so it seemed like when my people tried to get me out of the city and out of the hood and away from the drugs and the sex and the crime, it was still there in the suburbs. So I'm familiar with the streets and I'm familiar with the sweets. I was able to luckily and fortunately make it through the blessings of God to this point, all right, where I want to give back to the young people. And one of the main things I want to say is that, listen, it's bigger than the hood. It's bigger than the ghetto, and it's bigger than the inner city. It's bigger than the hood, it's bigger than the ghetto, and it's bigger than the inner city. Glorification of the ghetto is not what's up. Alright, it's only the ghetto because we choose not to clean it up. We choose not to respect it. Other people have buildings that they call projects and they end up being condominiums or luxury apartments, only because of the value that they place on it and that they keep it clean and they respect it. Once we start respecting where we live, it will no longer be considered a ghetto. Alright? But the thing is, with all the gangs fighting over colors and over turf and over drugs, I just want you to know that you know where you're going to end up. Where you're going to end up. Dead or in jail. I already have friends that have ended up dead and in jail, and many are missing in action. And this is happening every day, every week in America and throughout the world. And much of it has to do with what you see on TV, on YouTube, with the hip-hop videos. And that's not real hip-hop. If everybody in hip-hop is squeezing a gun, and trying to kill their brother, we're just going to end up dead, like the Native Americans, which they call Indians, almost extinct. The black man will be extinct in this country and in this world if we continue to think that we can just kill our brothers. We have to start loving and respecting our brothers and our sisters and building together. And we have to see each other as political entities. Black people are political and a socio-economic entity. What does that mean? That means that while we are fighting and killing each other, all right, and that even goes for the bourgeoisie class, the upper class, the middle class blacks as well, suburban blacks, while we are fighting and killing one another, the other ethnic groups are working together. And even if some of them don't like each other, they still work together for what? Political power. You see what happened in Ferguson, right? Where they say 70% of the population were black, but the police were white. This is because we're apolitical. We're not involved in our communities. I understand that the Bloods and the Crips were first created to protect the community. What happened? And so if you're not protecting the community, then somebody's setting you up for disaster. There's always the unseen hand. There's always somebody that wants to set you up and take advantage of you, and that person isn't even always around. They're just pulling the strings and you're acting as a puppet. So what I want to say to the young men, as well as the young women, is learn a trade. Learn something that people will need, that you can make money off of, a legal hustle, plumbing, computers, nursing, mechanics, HVAC, carpentry, construction. Learn something, medical technician, billing, accounting. Learn a skill or a trade that you can use for the rest of your life. Make a legal hustle, get you a nice place to live, a nice car, without having to always watch your back, wondering about the police or some enemy gang member coming for you, or some drug dealer that's in competition with you coming for you. Okay? Get yourself a trade. Go to school. Stay in school. If not, get your GED. But it's very important to have credentials nowadays. If you don't have credentials, if you're not certified in something, you're going to have a very hard time being successful in this economy. Now, what's your alternative again? Being dead or being in jail or going crazy. Okay, and we don't want that. There are people out here like myself that love you and care about you. And I want you to know too that because your mother might not be around or might not be right in her mind, or your father might not be around or might not be right in his mind, or because you think you are a mistake or oopsie, I'm going to let you know right now, regardless of what anybody says, there's a creator who created you. So you are not a chance. You are not here by happenstance. You are not here by chance. You are valuable in the sight of Almighty God. You are somebody, and you have a purpose, and that's why no matter what your environment was, no matter what the conditions were, out of all those millions of sperm, you made it to that ovum and fertilized that ovum, and you are here. Now, what you going to do with God's gift and God's talent? Are you going to throw it away, trying to follow your peers, trying to be cool, trying to have swag? You're going to throw it away because of the next man, what the next man thinks? Or you going to be a leader and live your dreams, have a vision, have goals, have objectives, set them, go for them by any means necessary. The real warrior is the warrior within. It's challenging yourself to get out of your comfort zone. It's challenging that little angel's here and that little devil's here, and they're fighting. And that little angel has to win over that little devil. It has to win. The voices that's inside your head and inside your heart, you have to let the positive voice master the negative voice. And I'm going to tell you something else. These women out here, these young women, they are not dots. Those hoes or whatever you call them, they're not dots. They're not hoes. They're not bitches. These are also women from God, the Creator. And they were put here to help you in your journey and you to help them in their journey. So get with a nice young lady and help her to succeed. And nice young ladies get with nice young men and help them to succeed. And come together and just be honest with each other. If you think that you can't be in a commitment, let them know up front. If you're going to be in a commitment, be honest. If you want to just be friends, be friends. And being friends is a good thing. It's not all about trying to hit and run. It's not all about that. You're going to end up with diseases. You're going to end up having somebody pregnant and with a family that's just shattered. So it's best to get your life together, get your career together, save yourself, and help your family and your neighbors and the people around you. All this hate is going to get everybody killed, and we're not going to have a future in the black community. So man up. You know what you got to do. Woman up. You know what you got to do. Okay, once again, finish school, get a trade, all right? Do the legal hustle. Stop following those people that's just going straight to jail and straight to the cemetery because you want to be down and you want to be protected. Are you going to be a leader or a follower? Answer that question for yourself. Are you going to be a leader or a follower? Dr. Maulana Karenga, author of Kwanzaa, says, each one of us should ask ourselves 3 questions. Who am I? Am I really who I am? And am I all I ought to be? Who am I? Am I really who I am? And am I all I want to be? Find your purpose in life. Know your purpose. Know that you could be like Michael Jordan or Oprah Winfrey or Jay-Z or Ben Carson in terms of the brain surgery, or Barack Obama or Michelle Obama or Johnny Cochran. These are just coming to the top of my head. Michael, I want to say Magic Johnson. He's a great entrepreneur. You know, you could be great. You could be like the principal of your school, which you might not like, but the principal of your school has went through something too to get where he or she is. But you can be big, or you could be a bum, a thug on the street, hanging in front of the bodega, hanging in front of the building, talking junk all day and all night. Until you get my age, and I see brothers my age out there talking junk on the street, talking war stories, what they should have did, shoulda, woulda, coulda, what they used to do, who they used to beat up, who got killed, and all of that. Is that where you want your life to end up? Your life is much more valuable than that. This is what I came here to tell you. Alright? That's what I came here to tell you. And there is a God. Okay? And we have to start taking control of our communities. If we don't like the way things are going down, we have to get involved in the community. We have to get involved in politics, and we have to start buying from each other and supporting our own businesses. So sell something that's legal, and someone else support that person that is selling something that is legal. Let's get this entrepreneurship right, our networking right. And again, you don't have to like everybody. You're not going to like everybody. But when somebody else comes to mess with him or her, and they're from outside of our community, and they mean our community no harm, we have to make sure we unite with our brother and sister, even if we don't like him or her. Now let me make it a little plainer, and then I'm going to go. The Koreans, who I'm in business with to some extent, they work together, they move into a community, they own the banks, they own the stores, they become the police, the crossing guards, the politicians. The Arabs do the same thing. The Latinos do the same thing. Okay? We have to do the same thing. Why is everyone else locking down their block, locking down the community, and having some kind of sovereignty, if you will, except for us? Because we just want to floss. Be remembered for leaving a legacy. Leave something for your family. Leave something for your sons and your daughters and your family and your brothers and sisters. Leave something. Be remembered like that. Okay? Be remembered as a great man or a great woman, because that's what the Creator has put you here for. My name is Kamal OG. I love you. I hope that this has helped you and has enlightened you in some way. Peace.